Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This will be from the 8th to the 15th of May, and I hope this finds you well. Just five major arcanas. Big week, that always means there's big themes playing out in your life, Aquarius. You're not in charge of the majors, as you know. They are the archetypes that we all go through. Things in life that we were destined to meet, destined to work out, and stages of growth, basically. Okay? You're in charge of the minors, which means you're in charge of your state of mind. Okay? 2 swords cards, 2 discs cards. So the energy seems to be on practical matters and a bit of thinking. Okay, it might be thinking about the way forward because you've got the fork in the road card as your crowning. Okay, so this is your contemplating. You've got 2 contemplating cards actually, but you're contemplating, shall I go right or shall I go left? Okay, I'm unsure. You might have different choices. You might feel that you don't have any choices, but you might just feel a little bit that something's got to give. Okay, something's got to move, something's got to become unstuck, and you could be having to decide. Now, your bottom of the deck is the Sun, so that's beautiful. That's just a good week. Relax as much as you can. It's all going to be okay. This is also a bit self-realization. Okay, and when we move into that energy of self-realization, Aquarius, we don't have to worry as much. We have to make decisions. We have to make choices, but we do it from a sense of being connected with our vitality, being connected to the energy of the planet, the sun. The sun is what feeds everyone, okay? It doesn't discriminate. It's about vitality, health, and it's a definite yes card. So anyone waiting on anything, anyone waiting to know which way to go, it's saying not to worry. That it's going to be resolved. Now, your additional guidance card is TikTok. Now, this is a strange card. When it turns up, I tend to sense when it turns up that someone's feels that they've got to make something happen now. Okay, they're want this thing and they want it to happen now. They feel time's against them. They feel maybe a little bit stressed about trying to come to a decision. Okay, but this card generally honestly means there's nothing to worry about unless you've got a definite deadline at a certain time. It's sort of saying with the Sun card that everything's evolving perfectly for you, Aquarius. It's evolving, it's all happening for you, and that's all self-realization is. That we don't need to plan and plot, we need to do a little bit of it, but the rest of it you can let go, and the outcome is the World card. And isn't that interesting? That completion of a cycle. So you start the week 2 fours. Fours are always about stability. Okay. 4 of discs. This can be, sometimes this 4 of discs feels that you need to hold on to the resources you have. Okay. So there might be a tiny bit of, not worry, I haven't got a money worry card, but I've got a sense of, well, maybe I need to hold on to what I've got right now. Okay, this can also be about protecting your heart. It's really clear. In my other decks, his crown chakra is also covered up, which just means he's not listening to his intuition. Okay, so he's guarding his heart and his head. Okay, a bit disconnected, and when we become disconnected, we move a bit more into fear and being defensive. I'm not saying protecting yourself is a bad thing. Okay, just be mindful. Okay, Because with the Four of Swords, so you might be really tired. And if you're really tired, it's maybe because there's been a bit of difficulty around you. This is a need to retreat, to withdraw, to recharge your batteries, okay? But it's also about stability, these two fours. There's this sense of needing just to be calm and stable and secure. But this feeling of not listening to your guidance, okay, and not following your heart, is a bit repeated with the next two cards, because you've got the Hermit in reverse with the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is worry and anxiety, okay? The Nine of Swords is going into the future and imagining all these terrible things that are going to happen, okay? Now what I say about this card, because Pisces got it too, is if you're thinking something, you have to ask, do I want that to manifest in my future? And if you don't, you have to bring the power back to your own self, okay? Bring it back to the energy of the sun. Bring it back to that sense of wholeness and completion, okay? Because it's that little mind that we all have that we call it the monkey mind. It just goes round and round and round. But that is my rule. If I'm anxious, I think, do I want this? What I'm holding in my vision, do I want this in my future? And if the answer is no, then you have to work to move it out, okay? And I know it's a lot more complicated than that. And that's why there's people who've been studying meditation for 20 years, because they're trying to work with that state of mind, okay? But, you know, half the battle is understanding something, and then you make small steps from there. So if you understand the Hermit's reverse, there's a chance that maybe you're not feeling that connected, okay? And if you're not connected, it's because you're listening to fear. And if something's full of crap, then you can't allow new energy into it, okay? But it's not going to last, Aquarius, because you then move on to the beautiful Fool. And that, you know, that's it. You've worked it out. You've came through the cycle. And I think some of you are going to start to bring the energy of the sun into, so rather than allowing all the tapes of fear to go, you're going to start bringing awareness into it, because that's all meditation is. Because you're moving into the Fool, and the Fool carries no baggage. The Fool has to be the complete opposite of the Nine of Swords, okay? The Fool's a free spirit. He's a zero, okay? Because he's got this energy of beginning again, of having no imprints, of working through fear and trusting that it's not real, okay? It's basically our fears, our demons that are not real, and you're going to work it out because you're moving into the Fool energy with the Seven of Discs. So there could be a bit of reflection. That Seven of Discs, a little bit of a back to that fork in the road, a bit unsure about what's coming next. You could be waiting on financial news, okay? But that Seven of Discs, it tends to be someone who's either waiting on news or who's just enjoying what they've created, everything they've worked for. They're looking at it and going, you know what? I did this. You know, it might not be perfect. It might not be, but I created this and I've worked for this. And just enjoy it. Enjoy the moment of that Seven of Discs with the Fool card. Okay? Definitely a really interesting combination of cards. It's interesting because you're my third reading and everyone's pulled the Nine of Swords. I think that's really fascinating. And the Hermit in reverse for 2 out of the 3. You end the week with the Devil and the World card. What a combination of cards, because the World is, you know, It comes before the Fool. Okay, so the World is about completion of life lessons. Okay, so you've learnt the lessons of all the majors. You've learnt the lessons of all the minors too. So you've understood the nature of thought and how emotion follows thought. Okay, you've synthesized a lot of these life lessons, and you got to this world, this state of completion. Okay, beautiful, the World card, end of a karmic cycle, beginning of a new one. The paired with the Devil is really fascinating because the Devil is the energy of someone who's under a spell. Okay, they're consumed quite often with the more darker emotions, and that's not a judgment. We all have the Devil, every single one of us. So I don't know, is this someone you're involved with? For some Aquarius, this could be something you're resolving. Okay, you're beginning to understand the nature of the more darker side of life, the places that we lose ourselves. It can be over shopping, overeating, codependency, alcohol addiction, anything. Okay, but these two together are so powerful. It's almost a sense of it's almost like a bit of enlightenment, beginning to see that which has kept you trapped. Okay, because every single one of us is a little bit trapped, Aquarius, okay, in one phase of our life or another. But these two together are you. It's almost you're facing the Devil and looking at him right in the eyes, and as you look him right in the eyes, he absolutely dissolves, basically. Okay. Oh God, intense cards, guys. So definitely decisions have to be made. There's a sense that sun at the bottom of the deck is beautiful. Enjoy every single bit of that sunshine. Okay. As a sense of starting the week, maybe a little bit withdrawn, needing to protect yourself a little bit. You're moving into fear, so you could be fearing for someone else. You could be as a sense of anxiety. Ask yourself, is this the future I want to create? If not, you have to bring the energy of the sun to it. Because what lightens up, what takes away all darkness is the light, is the sun, basically. So bringing the sun to it will work with that anxiety. Okay, then you move to the Fool, working through emotions, completion lessons, and some Aquarius are going to be looking at that Devil right in the eye. Whatever's been keeping you small, whatever's been making you feel trapped, it's time for it to go, and it's going to go. And thank you for watching, Aquarius. Very powerful reading. Okay guys, bye.